Number 1 for R2 part 2, it's going to be 11 minus 14, so I get -3. Number 22, you have more negatives than you have positives, so it's going to be a negative. 22 minus 6 is going to give me 16, so I have -16. Number 3, -17 plus -5 is -22 because they both have a negative sign. And then all the way down to number 5, your common denominator is going to be 64. So I have multiply that times 4 and that times 16. Okay, so then you have -44 over 64 plus 48 over 64. So I get negative plus a positive. So I have 4 over 64. So my answer is going to be 1/16. We're going to divide the fractions. We want to go ahead and use a KFC for keep, change, flip. So our first fraction is going to be -4 over 3. We're going to keep that fraction. Our second fraction is going to be the reciprocal of -6 over 1. And we're going to change our sign to multiplication. When you multiply fractions, you multiply going across. And then we're going to say 24 divided by 3 gives us a total of +8. So it's going to be +8 as our answer. 8, we're working inside the parentheses first for PEMDAS. 21 minus 30 is going to give us -9. The negative larger is a larger number, so that's the sign of our problem. We have 22 plus inside the parentheses, -42. So I have a mix of signs, so it's 22 minus 42 is going to give us -20. Inside each set of parentheses. So we're working here and then here. So once you work inside the parentheses, you can drop them. So I have 8 minus 1 is 7. Bring down the negative. -20 plus 16 is -4. These two signs together will give me addition. So I have 7 plus 4 equals 11. Number 10, working inside the parentheses again. I'm going to have 18. Bring down the sign. 25 minus 13 or minus 12 is 13. So 18 minus 13 is 5. And then number 12, we're treating absolute value like parentheses. So we have to work inside the absolute value first and then work through the parentheses. So, we're going to bring down the -5. We're working inside the absolute from left to right. So we're going to say 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 plus 7 is going to be absolute value of 11. And this was a plus in between. So -5 plus 11 is going to be 6. Number 13, we're working inside the bracket and then inside the parentheses from there. So I bring down the -12 and I have minus bracket 7 minus -6 bracket. Then I want to combine these terms right here. So I have -12 minus bracket 7 minus 6 is going to be 7 plus 6. We're still working in the bracket to simplify. -12 minus 13. So I have -12 minus 13 is going to give me -25. Using a calculator, the answer here is going to be 0. And then -3 divided by 0 is what we call undefined. So it's 0 as the denominator is no. Number 17, we're going to substitute. Remember, we're treating this as absolute value. So whatever comes out of the absolute value is positive. So we're substituting. I have -22 minus 19 inside the absolute. 22 minus 19 is going to be 41. So -41. When I take it out of the absolute, I get +41. Okay, so number 18. We're substituting, So it's 4 times 2 plus 4 times 3 plus negative 4. All of that is squared over 3 plus 1. So we're working inside the parentheses first. So I have, and then I also want to do my multiplication as well. So I have 8 plus 4 times negative 1 squared. And then I'm going to simplify my denominator, and I'm going to get 4. So then I get 8 plus 4. Negative 1 squared is going to be 1. All of that is still over 4. 8 plus 4 divided by 4, 12 over 4 equals 3. So it's going to be absolute value of 10 times negative 20 minus 2 times negative 21. So I'm going to get absolute negative 200 plus 42 absolute. So 200, or negative 200 plus 42. I'm going to get absolute negative 158. And then the answer for number 20 is 158. Because when you take it out of the absolute, it's positive. So then we have number 21. We're substituting in the absolute and in the denominator. So 2 over 2 plus negative 1 over negative 1. So this becomes 2 over 2 plus 1 over negative 1. So then I get 1 plus negative 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0. And we're distributing into the parentheses, which means that we're going to multiply. So 6x is going to be 6x, and then 6 times 9 is going to be 54. Number 24, negative 2 times 6x is going to be negative 12x. Negative 2 times positive 6y is going to be negative 12y. Everything in the parentheses, I have 35x plus 49y plus 56. And then for number 26, we're collecting like terms. We're going to just color in what looks the same. The b's go together, and then the constants go together. So right here I have negative 8 plus 6 plus 3. So I get b. And then I have 3 minus 8, and then I get negative 5. Number 28. 28, we're just going to distribute the 2 first. So it's 2 times 6 and then 2 times negative 5. So 4p plus 12 minus 10p. And then what goes together is going to be the p's. And you're going to leave the constant alone. So it's going to be negative 6p plus 12. Number 29 is going to be 9 times y, 9 times 5. So I'm going to get 9y plus 45 minus 3, 9y plus 42.